So today I wanted to bring you the $20 makeup tag, only I wanted to do it like back to school edition. In the very end of this video, I tell you guys how you can totally spruce it up for summer. But you guys, the biggest requests that you have been requesting right now are a room tour, the $20 makeup tag, and back to school makeup. And I was thinking to myself, you know, especially when I was going back to school, I did not have a lot of money to spend on makeup. So thinking $20 makeup tag kind of goes hand in hand with back to school. So I wanted to create a look that kind of fulfills both. This is the $20 makeup tag, but you can wear it to back to school. It looks light, it looks natural, it's not overdone. Totally regulates with school regulations. You'll look cute, you'll look fresh, you don't feel caked up, you feel fresh and clean, and it only costs $20. And of course you can change things out per your needs. Like if you have acne, you can add a little bit of concealer, etc, etc. Look who's back! Our friend, the rocking chair. He's not creeping me out as much as he used to. The rocking chair and I we're good friends now. Also, I will be going on a little business trip later this week, or technically next week, with however technical you want to be. But I will be doing that, so you guys might be seeing some pre-recorded videos. Hello, bird out the window. Will you shut your beak? Because I'm trying to speak. Thank you. It works when you talk to them nicely. Anyways, you might be seeing some pre-recorded videos when that happens, but I just wanted to give you guys a little heads up. And of course you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram, and you guys will get updates of like what's going on and what's happening. So the total cost of these products came to $19.96. So that is just under $20, and this is what I used, and I will explain them all throughout the video. But yeah, it came to $19.96. I have 4 cents. Which is almost a nickel. But I will teach you guys how to do this, and again, I would love to see you guys do this tag, because this is a tag, and tag, you're it. I want to see what you guys can come up with for $20, or what you guys can come up with for back to school. So be sure to post it as a video response, or even just post the products that you would use if you don't want to do a tutorial. But I love you guys, and I will now show you how to do this. Alright, so to start off, my hair is just going to do whatever the freaky it wants to do because it is not behaving. And of course I'm going to start off with foundation. Now, if you guys have really bad acne like I used to have, or if you have acne like I have, you guys see I have spots and blemishes, you may want to spend a little bit more money for a concealer, but because of the $20 challenge, I'm just going to be using this. This is the Covergirl Aqua Smoothers. I use this for ages. I have blasts from the past tutorials where I use this. This is a pretty full coverage for me when I applied it in layers, but we don't want to look cakey for back to school, so this is just going to be applied in a light layer. But this is what I'm going to be using. It is $8 at the drugstore, even though I found it on sale for $7, but I'm not going to count that. But know that you can use coupons. But this was something that I found for $8 at the drugstore. And it is a Covergirl Aqua Smoother, and I heard it was water soluble, and I told you guys that once because that's what I was told. And by the way, it's totally not water soluble. But I'm just going to apply this with my fingertips, and we're going to just do it in one layer a little bit lighter so that it looks appropriate for everyday back to school. I even have a review of this foundation, I think, and I'll have to link you guys to them because it was super, super old, like a long time ago. But I'm going to apply this and then put it on and then blend it in. And obviously over spots like this, I'm going to have to maybe apply a second layer, but I'm not going to apply a second layer to my whole face. It's going to kind of fake concealer. But like I said, there are some $1 concealers at the drugstore, or you could spend a ton of money on them, but that might be a noteworthy investment to make if you guys have blemishes or something. Also guys, I want to let you know that I just barcode scanned this item on my phone. Local stores, it says the average price is $6.37, and online it says that it's even as low as $1, $1.49, then it goes to $5, $5, $5, $6. So I'm going to just show you guys this so that in case you want to visit any of those websites, that's what it says. But I did pay around $7 for this, even though the retail was $8. I did want to tell you can find it for $5 online. Now that this is on our face, we really want to let it dry. I'm not really going to go into another layer. I have 2 layers here. It's alright. Also, I don't have a powder for this, so we are not going to be putting a powder on, so you really want to make sure this dries before you put anything else on. And also, if you guys notice, I put a little bit on my eyelids and even my eyelashes. This is by far not the kind of eye primer you want to use, but for this look, for a tutorial, for under $20, for back to school, it does do the job. So that's overall what matters. So next I'm actually going to start on my like eyes and lips and stuff because I really want to give this foundation a chance to dry before applying blush and contour. This is something that I got from Target for $1, like 99 cents, and the total came to like $109 because of tax. But it was like in the dollar section where that dog like chills, really cute. This is called Strawberry Punch Flavored Lip Gloss, and I probably have 4 of these so far. I absolutely love them. Warning, do not apply around eyes. That kind of scares me. I don't know if it has the best stuff in it. But this is a really pink kind of shimmery gloss. I think it's perfect. It's kind of a mix between a gloss and a lipstick. I would recommend this to anyone, especially for back to school and for summer. For summer, this is perfect. For back to school in the fall, it works. They have other colors too though, but this was $1 and this is what I'm going to use to both shape my lips and to give them a little bit of color. I'm going to kind of use this applicator to wipe off the foundation around my lips just so that way they have the shape that I want them to be. Oh my god, this stuff smells and tastes so good, but I don't recommend eating it. Next, we will start on our eye. I'm going to start off with eyeliner. This is from Jodina, and Jodina, I believe, is like $1.99 online, but I purchased this at Food Max near where my grandma lives, because we don't have Food Maxes or Walmarts around here. It's kind of crazy, but at Food Max, this was $1.10 or $1.09 or something. With tax, it is $1.19. It is a very cheap eyeliner. It is also pretty cheaply made. It is definitely not the best eyeliner out there. If you could splurge a little bit more, if you had a little bit more money, Covergirl Liquid Blast is really good. It's like $5 or $6 though. So if you only have one, New York & Company has one too, or New York NYCO thing has one too, and Wet n Wild also has some, but I don't have a black in Wet n Wild. This is just a black of the Jodina. It's $1.19, so this is what I'll be using. So I'm just going to start off by kind of lightly lining my upper wet line or upper tight line. I really want to be careful because this is like my eye area and I can't even see what I'm doing. So you just want to line this underneath your lashes. The reason why is because this is going to make your eyelashes look longer. We're not going to go all scribbly on the top and on the bottom and ring the whole eye. We don't want to do that. We're only doing the very top up here and lining that one little line so that way it makes our eyes pop, but it's not overwhelming. Next, I'm going to wait to do mascara last, but hopefully this is set pretty well by now. You guys know I'm an oily monster. For someone with dry skin, I would recommend this. For someone with oily skin, I would recommend it, but I'd say powder over it if you can get a powder, but for $20 I couldn't. So next, I'm going to go in with my blush, and this is the Maybelline blush. This is Dusty Mauve, number 50. This, I believe, is... I think this is just over $5 is what this is with tax. This is 50. I think you can find it less online, but this was in-store CVS. I think it was just over $5. It might have been Target. ND1666, this is just powder 50, number Dusty Mauve, whatever. Comes with a brush, so I don't have to pay for the brush. But honestly, just get whatever you guys can find or whatever color you guys think would look best on you. So I am going to take this little brush out of its little holder, and these brushes are definitely not my favorite, but they do the job. I'm actually going to kind of squish it first to give it more of like a flared out texture. Obviously you don't want to do this with your nice makeup brushes, but because this isn't a super full kind of cheek thing, I'm just going to do this a little bit to kind of give it a little bit more of a less concentrated bristleization. There's going to be less concentration, so we're going to get a more demure look when we apply our powder. So I am going to load this up with blush now, and we do want to be very, very light with it. Again, I'm stabbing down and then kind of swirling. We don't want to look like a pink clown or anything like that. So I'm just going to get some on the tip there, and then I'm going to apply this to my cheeks. I'm going to smile to find the apples and then kind of go up my cheekbone, and then I'm going to blend it out. So that looks like a lot, but once we blend it out, it won't be. And I hope I'm getting this even because I'm using the camera as a mirror, and that doesn't always work too well. And I also have this thing, and this doesn't work too well either. So now you just want to kind of brush off this brush so that there's nothing left on it, and you can just use this to completely circular motion and kind of blend out this blush. Now it's going to look a lot redder on my on camera than it does in real life. Reason why is because of the way camera picks up color and light and stuff. Actually not that dark, and once our skin comes down, because when we touch ourselves and slap ourselves and stuff, it's going to get red and irritated because there's blood flow. Same thing on our face. When we're working like this this, there's going to be blood flow. So your blush is always going to look pinker. Hello, phone. So always remember that your blush is going to always look pinker or brighter when you first put it on, and then once your skin calms down a little bit, after 10-20 minutes, it's not going to look as bright. It'll still be whatever you put it on as, but there won't be that redness underneath from your natural skin. So you just really want to blend this out, and for me, this is about good. This is a nice light look, and once it kind of tones down, it is not going to be noticeable at all. I'm going to go in with my contour. This is something I totally lost the cap to. It fell off, but I love this. This is like my bronzer of choice when I don't use the Hoola bronzer. It's very similar to the Hoola bronzer, it's only $1. Again, $1.19 with tax. So it's number 106 Light Honey. If you have really dark skin, then you are going to need to find a different bronzer. But for me, since I have light skin, this is the perfect color for a bronzer for me. And this is supposed to be a face powder from Jodina. Again, it's $2 online, $1.19 at Food Max. But I'm going to use this, and I'm going to apply just a little bit to the very, very tips of this and use it as a contour. And we don't want this contour to be like overly over the top, but I think that especially for back to school, it's the end of summer, you want a little bit of a bronze lip glow, and you just want to look kind of photoshopped and chiseled. Again, don't overdo it, but just a little bit goes a long way. So what I'm going to do is take this, suck in my cheeks, and put it just underneath those little hollows. Once you do that, like the blush, you want to blend this out. And the way I blend that out is hi phone. And the way I blend this out is just kind of going over it again. When I apply, I'm applying like this, and when I go over it, I'm just going like this. That way it's light and it's not noticeable, but at the same time, it just gives that finishing touch. See that big honkin' pimple? It's just gonna like fly around there. But now that I've applied this, I'm just going to kind of brush it out. And again, you guys, concealer will probably do a lot of good if you have some of these. Maybe a second layer of foundation. I actually did a second layer here, but then the blush kind of took it off. So if you do have a thicker foundation, that would be great, or concealer would be probably the best. But it's totally up to you guys and how much over $20 you want to spend. So once I've got that done, you guys can see my face looks much more chiseled and kind of put together, but it doesn't look super over the top. You can't really tell that anything's there. So next we'll get to eyeshadow, and this is a brush from Kirkland Signature from Costco. It's called Eyeshadow Brush. It's a little bit fluffier. You might want to go for something that's a bit more of a crease brush, but I didn't have any that were cheap. This comes in a set of 20. So it comes with 20 different brushes, but it only costs $19. So with tax, this comes to about $1 per brush. And what I'm actually going to be using is the bronzer, just because it is a really nice brown. And using the same color on our eyes as we did on our cheeks is really going to help us just kind of complete the look and make it look natural, but still really gorgeous. So I'm going to top off any excess, and I'm just going to very, very lightly apply this to my lids. I'm going to kind of avoid the inner corner because I generally want that to be a little bit brighter, but I am going to focus on kind of the crease, the lid, and a little bit in the outer corner. As you guys can see, I'm concentrating most of the product on the tip of my brush and kind of pushing that into my crease. So even though this is the same exact color, it's going to look darker in the crease than it will on my actual lid. And if you have hooded eyes, or if you have eyes that don't have a crease, you can try to make do with maybe different colors if you can get them. Jodina has them for like $1. They have some really nice colors. I'll show you one. That one's falling apart. Here's an example. This was like $1. They're actually pretty good cosmetics. They're not high-end or anything, but they do the job, and they're only $1. For this tutorial, I'm not using them, but you can definitely do that and kind of make do if you have a different eye shape and if you want to spend money on that instead. But I'm just going to push this in and kind of cover it up here, and again lighter towards the inner corner. You can actually use your finger to kind of wipe away anything left on there since we had that foundation primer on. Now I'm going to take my brush and completely wipe this clean. Reason why is because we do not have a blending brush here, so we're going to use this to blend. So what I'm going to do is start here kind of by the corners and just make sure this is completely clean. Just wipe it off on a towel, and I'm just going to blend it out. And when you go from one eye to the other eye, you do want to make sure that you clean your brush. Also, you want to go from lightest to darkest. Don't start blending out here because then it'll drag that color inside. Start at the lightest areas and just kind of blend out any of those edges. The very last thing that I have to use is mascara, and this is Maybelline's Great Lash Mascara. They're like, oh, this is the #1 selling mascara in all of America. And I don't exactly know know why that is. It's not the best mascara in my personal opinion. The brush wand thing is definitely very tiny, so you can't get into spaces, but I think that it's just very inexpensive and it does the job, which is why a lot of people buy it, which is why it's the most sold. But this is a good mascara. It is $4.50 at Target. I think it's like $3 online, and you can get it for around $5 at CVS. Would definitely recommend this, and we are just going to use this to apply a coat to our top lashes. And they have different variations. This one is Maybelline Lash Very Black Noir. They have like blackest of black, they have brown, they have waterproof, all sorts of things. This is the one I'm using. They might have other variations which are less expensive, I'm not sure. But this one I know ran for around $4.44 at Target. Target. So once you guys have finished with your mascara, your look is complete. And as you guys can see, this is very natural, very fresh, not overdone. The blush, you can barely tell it's there. You could put a little bit more on if you want, but it should not be a problem for school regulations and codes. You look natural, you don't feel overly done. I do see blemishes, but you guys can always put concealer on or something like that. So this is perfect for back to school, perfect for like summer, end of summer, fall transition. You guys could definitely wear this throughout the summer. Maybe do like a green eyeliner instead. If you want to do this for summer or like beach or vacation or whatever, do green eyeliner instead and just do like a nice bright pink lip. But this is what I would wear to back to school. This is what I think would be perfect for you guys. And again, it's under $20. Make all the modifications you need and have a great time back to school. So I love you guys. I would love to see your recreation of the $20 makeup tag to see what you guys can come up with. And tutorials for me are kind of intimidating because not everyone likes them. And I'm the kind of person where naturally my personality, I want to love everyone and I want everyone to love me back. And I want to be friends with everyone. But obviously that's not really how life works. So tutorials are a little bit more difficult for me because people don't like them as much, and then I feel like, I don't know, hurt or something, even though I shouldn't, but just the way my personality is, I take it personally. So I understand how you feel if you're intimidated to do a tutorial, but my plea to you is actually to even post a photo or just post a video showing what products you found for under $20. Because even if you don't show us how to put them on, even if it's just like a tweet photo, like a twit pic, or if you Facebook a photo to me, or Instagram a photo to me, even if it's not putting it on, at least we can see what products you found that were under $20 so that you guys, you know, can share and we can all get to know what products are out there and then put them on to make a great look. But this is just my tag. I know it's long. I would love to see your guys' recreation. Post them as a video response. Post your stuff in the comments or twit pic or Instagram a photo to me because I would love to see them. And we're all a big happy YouTube family. We could have like a $20 makeup party. Anyways, guys, my $20 makeup collection here loves you and I love you too. So I will talk to you all soon and I can't wait to see your responses. Love you guys. Bye.